puberty's weird. Now I understand why it's a cursed forest.
Mack!
Wait.
But he's calling me!
Mack is possessed by the forest. If you get too close, you might end up cursed also.
I have to save him.
No! Bad idea!
Mack!
Bad idea! I just told you that!
Let's just do this!
Is anyone listening to me?
Hello everybody, this is Drunk Goomba 1645. Welcome back to more Let's Play Lost Odyssey. Sorry for not having any commentary for like the first couple of minutes. The reason this being very simple. Cinematic. I usually don't like to interrupt cinematics unless I like to make fun of it or if I want to say something incredibly important. Of course, this is still in post-commentary, and this is pretty much going to be the last video that will be in post-commentary unless otherwise stated. So, this video is going to be consisting of this boss. This boss, I have to say, well, it's actually pretty difficult, especially being your first time through. What you have to do is actually pretty simple. You have to destroy the tentacle which Cook is captured by, which is Tentacle C, and then you have to destroy the rest of them. However, there is a condition to this. You have to destroy Tentacle C before all Cook's HP is completely drained. If she loses all of her HP, well, then it's game over, and you have to start the battle all over again, which is a major pain in the ass, especially when you're really far in. Last video I was going to talk about the Nintendo Wii U, which was unveiled during E3 of this year, and I didn't really get a chance to get around to it because the video was coming to an end, and I'm still hungry because I have not eaten anything other than snacks, which is bad. What can I say about the Nintendo Wii U? The Wii U, in my personal opinion, I have to say, looks really, really unique. Oh jeez. I don't know why I said that. I guess I was just thinking I was gonna, help a little bit of a backwash or something, which wouldn't have been good. The Wii U, as I was saying, is a unique console. And really, what they basically showed off for that particular point in the Nintendo conference was really the controller itself. The controller, in my personal opinion, is definitely unique from the rest. So, yeah, a lot of people say that the controller looks pretty damn ugly. I have to disagree. The controller, sure, it's not the best looking thing in the world, but it's definitely not ugly. At least that's my personal opinion of it. The games themselves definitely look really, really great. There's even a tech demo which Nintendo has unveiled as well, pretty much showing the capabilities upon the Wii U, and that basically was a little video of a bird flying around in a Chinese-like setting, pretty much in China, and really if you want to experience it fully, you have to pretty much watch the entire thing online in full 1080p. I haven't really had a chance to really watch it in 1080p as of yet, but whatever. I saw the conference and I saw it in standard definition on my TV at home, obviously, which is kind of sad for me because I didn't get a chance to fully experience capabilities of which the Wii U actually has in store. Again, kind of sad, but hey, things happen. There was something else I wanted to talk about. Now I can't remember for the life of me, which sucks. may be thinking, why aren't you talking about Sony's press conference in E3? Well, the reason is because I didn't watch it, for one. And two, I really don't care for Sony's press conference. Sure, that seems kind of mean and kind of fanboyish, but whatever. Well, the first phase of this boss is down. Mack has been set free, kind of, but he is still possessed, which sucks. And here is when the hardest part of the battle comes in. Basically, what you have to do is put Mack to sleep and attack the boss itself. However, Mack is pretty much protecting the boss, and the only person who you can target is Mack when he's awake. So what you have to do is put your offensive fighters in defense mode, meaning just put Kaim and Seth on defense, and just have either Jansen or whoever else knows black magic use sleep on Mack, and then have your offensive fighters take on the boss itself. The boss itself has almost 1,000 HP, at least that's what I can remember. I mean, it has a pretty good amount of HP for a boss. And yeah, this is actually the last boss before the first disc ends. Let me tell you, as I stated in the beginning of this video, this boss is not easy to take down, especially being your first time through. I'm not really going to spoil what happens. At least I'll try not to, but yeah. Major pain in the butt, lots of healing, lots of stuff going on, lots of dying, lots of resurrection. Yeah, there was just so much going on. You'll just have to pretty much watch. To tell the truth, this boss battle actually took me almost a half an hour. Excuse me, believe it or not. The reason why it took me like almost a half an hour to actually kill this guy, well, as I said, it's because of all the healing, the fighting, the resurrection. Here's another really annoying mechanic as well throughout this battle. Every once in a while, Mack will wake up, and of course you can only target him whenever you're fighting the boss. So, of course, if you take out Mack himself and drain all of his HP, of course it's game over. And you have to start the entire boss battle all over again. Again, major pain in the ass. Why? I don't know. It just is. I kept a pretty good amount of this boss battle in, but at a certain point, I decided to cut to like a major turning point when things actually start going into my favor. And I kind of spoiled the battle a little bit, so you know what? Screw it. I'll just spoil it now, and let's just say this. I won. I won the boss battle, but barely. I barely got out of there alive. Reason? Annoyance. And pretty much exhausted all of my items just to stay alive. Of course, as we go further in, you'll pretty much see what I mean. Of course, Cook is now down. And thanks to one of Jansen's items, his magic casting time has been reduced, I think. At least that's what I remember. Maybe it was something else. Maybe I gave him something else which allows him to do something completely different. I don't remember off the top of my head.
Okay.
What am I to talk about now? I'm not sure, unfortunately, so sorry to say. I don't have anything to talk about. I'm just trying to think of something. It's not exactly easy to do, especially when you're post-commentating on a battle you've already fought. And again, post-commentary, of course, is not my cup of tea, and I just don't prefer to do post-commentary. But of course, if technical issues happen, or if certain events occur, I have no choice but to do post-commentary. Primary example of when post-commentary is pretty much a must is pretty much when it comes to extra videos on particular games. Sonic 06 was one of those games of which, I had to pretty much, edit the video down a lot. Sonic 06 was pretty much the longest single recording session I've ever had to make in any Let's Play that I've ever done. Glover's extra videos was the second. So, yeah, when I got done with Sonic 06's extra videos, let me just say, from being over 3 hours, I was able to wind it down to like about an hour and a half. I don't really remember the amount of time that it was, but yeah, it was a pretty long time. Okay, fear. Fear is like an advanced version of paralysis. However, it almost always prevents you from attacking physically, so your best bet in order to attack your target is to use magic. Well, if another spell / status ailment known as Seal is cast upon the magic user and also has fear, well then that person is kind of screwed. They cannot attack in any way whatsoever, which really sucks. But of course we won't get into that kind of caliber upon a Seal and sealing magic until much later. By much later, I mean probably in a little while. I don't recall when enemies started using Seal, but it's a pretty good amount of ways in. Let me say that much. So at this point in the battle, I gave Kaim the apprentice earrings, or whatever they are. The reason why I gave it to him was because, well, my black mage was dead, Cook was down at the time, and I just thought I'd give Kaim a chance to show off his magic skills. And let me tell you, not that great. Of course, because Kaim and Seth are not magic users, they primarily do not use magic of any kind whatsoever. But still, they're not that bad. Just, of course, I just keep them on offense and just attack physically. At least that's what I usually do. Unless, I can't do it. And if there are better people, better mages that are actually alive and can actually get the job done, of course I'll just have, Kaim and Seth attack physically. The magic users cast their magic. I mean, that makes sense. That's pretty much JRPGs 101. Mages cast magic, and fighters and your offensive team uses physical attacks and skills. At least that's what they usually do. As I stated with fear, as I said, pretty much is an advanced variation of paralysis. And although it normally almost completely prevents a person from attacking, sometimes, and pretty much very rarely, the person can attack. Whenever a person tries to attack and they have the status fear on them, the game will just tell you that the person is terrorized. However, unlike paralysis, fear does not prevent you from using items, and also magic. So, yeah, just keep that in mind as well. So you don't have to worry about, not being able to resurrect somebody when, you can't necessarily... What am I trying to say here? I don't know. Whatever, I'm just gonna go ahead and drop it. What can I say, and what can I talk about now? Not sure. Well, the annoying part of this battle whenever somebody casts sleep every once in a while, I really hate the fact that Mack wakes up, you know, like instantly just after the turn ends. And that just annoyed the crap out of me. And that is pretty much the most annoying part of the battle. The chances of Mack waking up from sleep are, well, they're not the greatest of odds, but they are still pretty high of him waking up one turn after. I think the odds are like 60% of the time he will wake up after the first turn, but correct me if I'm wrong, whatever. That's just the way I see it, at least that's how I experienced it throughout this battle. And I don't exactly remember what point I decided to cut. I know it's sometime soon. What can I talk about now? This is the third time I said it. Jeez, what's wrong with me? I don't know. I guess I'm just getting tired. Which is kind of understandable, again, because of Special Olympics this weekend. You know, I'm still tired over the weekend. It's just been a very tiring experience. Although fun, but tiring as well. Right now, what am I doing? I'm just kind of chilling as I'm recording. And of course, Mack is awake, which is a pain. Major pain in the butt. Believe it or not, I had to use like mana capsules and mana herbs on Kaim and Seth. And normally, I don't even use them for casting magic of any kind whatsoever, so
Okay.
that's a first. Well, it's not necessarily a first, but whatever. I know at one point in the game I will have to have Kaim cast magic again, but that's not going to be for quite a while to come. Well, during the past weekend, you know, Special Olympics wasn't the only thing I was involved in. I also, when I had some free time, I actually went to GameStop and got a couple of new games and some Microsoft points. The games I picked up are Ace Combat 4 Shattered Skies and Ace Combat 5 The Unsung War. I also picked up a copy of Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. I haven't started playing that yet because, well, I just haven't had a chance to because of, well, I had to sit down and record this. And I also started testing my new HogPog HD PVR. Let me tell you, the test, I think in my personal opinion, was a complete success. I actually am quite surprised with the results, and I'm very satisfied with the outcome upon the video itself. It took me a little bit of time to figure out how to get the damn thing to even work in the first place, and also experimented with different file types. But in the end, I did find a right file type to record videos, and, well, everything just worked out in the end. Let me say that. I really am tired, of course. I don't know why. Actually, I explained why. So, why did I say that? I don't know. And here comes the annoying part. Well, there was the annoying part just a few seconds ago. Both Kaim and Seth were, well, as I stated, feared, you know, terrorized. They refused to attack, and the 1 month later Q pretty much signified where I made the cut. And literally it was like about another 10 minutes into the battle. Here, I really thought I screwed myself over as like, god damn it, no! Reason? Well, the boss woke up Mack as I was having Kaim and Seth both cast Wind. Because Wind seems to be the most effective against this boss, at least that's how I see it. And that's pretty much how I experienced it. So, anyways, this boss has no elemental weaknesses whatsoever, so when in doubt, just experiment with all elements and see what causes the most damage in an average of at least 2 to 3 turns. And if you can deal quite an amount, well then, great, stick with that particular element. Wind happened to be the case for this particular boss, so yeah. That's pretty much how it worked right there, and how things worked out. Here I was kind of exhausting all my items and all my MP recovery items, HP recovery items, and that's pretty much what was happening now, and also during the cut portion. Really, it was just about the same stuff happening over and over again. You know, the boss cast Shadow, I cast Sleep and Wind. That's pretty much what happened during the cut sessions. Again, sorry for sighing a lot. I don't know why I've been doing that, I just have. Anyways, what I've got with my Microsoft points so far, the only game I actually downloaded was Bomberman Live Battlefest. Reason why? Because I wanted to. I just wanted to play that game. Because it looks awesome, and it's freaking Bomberman, damn it. Well, anyways, this boss is just about to die very, very shortly. I think it's the next turn when the boss actually finally goes down. I don't remember off the top of my head. Well, actually, according to my video preview upon the timeline of which I'm looking at, which you can't see, but I can. But, anyways, this boss is just about freaking dead, which I'm really, really happy about. And, really, to tell the truth, this, my friend, was a miracle moment. One of 2 miracles that happened, and this is probably the only one that's going to be sticking with my channel for quite some time. So, we have another cinematic now, and once again, I'm going to shut up.
Mack! Mack! Cook! Oh, you dummy! Sorry. Don't you know how sad it would have made Mom if you died? Yeah, I know. Why'd you go alone? How come you didn't tell me? Because, Cook, you're always so cranky when someone wakes you up. Well, sorry, but still. I wanted to show Mom those flowers. I thought if I came here, I could meet her. I wanted to talk to her. You can't do that. Mom's dead. You won't ever see her again. Tell me, Kyle, when someone dies, what happens to their soul? Do you know? You lived a long time. Haven't you ever seen anything?
No, I haven't. When people die, they just go away. If there's any place a soul would go, it's in your memories. People you remember are with you forever. Lirim will continue to live on in our memories. And that's a good thing, right?
Yeah.
Let's return these flowers to where they belong.
Oh, man, what is it this time?
I don't know. It feels different than the spirit that attacked Mack.
Well, not to me.
The other one felt evil. But this is different. It's warm, tender. It's almost tranquil. Right. Ow.
You two get back.
Mack! Come here.
What is this? Incredible. It's a miracle. This is a miracle.
It's Mom. Yeah, Mom's here. I know she's here. She heard us. She felt us. Mom, look. We're doing fine, Mom.
Mom, I'm gonna go find Grandma.
I'm gonna grow strong like Kime.
It's warm. The warmth of her soul. Liram's brought us a miracle, Kime.
Miracle. Always keep you in our thoughts, Lyra.
Well, there you go. That is the end of the first disc. And it's also the end of this video, so yeah, this is Drunk Goomba 1645. I'll see you guys next time for when the rest of Lost Odyssey will be in high definition in 720p format, and also when I return with live commentary, and also next time we will be beginning Disc 2 and continuing onward through our journey, and hopefully we'll find Sarah and be one big happy family again. So, see you guys later.